lift. So we can get started with our normal warm-ups, which we're gonna start crisscross on the floor, and we're gonna do our breathing exercise. So we're gonna breathe in facing forward and then turn our upper body to the side and breathe out like we're trying to blow down something. All right, ready? In forward, out to the side. 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 In forward. And last one, out to the side. And we're gonna do some neck rolls facing forward if we can. We're just gonna draw some nice big circles with our head. And just do it to stretch out your neck wherever you can. Try to get nice and comfy if possible. And whenever you're ready, feel free to switch directions. Great job. Now we can just roll our shoulder out for a second, then we can move to cat-cow. Go on our hands and our knees. We're gonna start with butt in the air, stomach down, and head towards the sky. Do a couple of deep breaths while you're here. And you can kind of go side to side if you want to add a little extra spin to it. And then we're gonna switch. So back in the air, butt down and head to the side. And you can kind of shift like your butt backwards a little bit to get your back higher if that gives you a better stretch. Whenever you're ready, you can go back to cat. Shake a butt a little bit. All righty, great job. Now we can stand up and make sure we have plenty of room, right? Kind of do the little spin around. And we can take our arms and draw some nice big arm circles. Try to make them as big as you can while still being a nice comfy stretch and not hurting yourself. Whenever you're ready, switch direction. All righty. We're gonna do some arm swings. A hug in front and then back. Great job. And then we can do a shoulder stretch. So we're just gonna hold one arm and hug it across our chest. Hold it for about 5 more seconds. And you can switch. All righty, great job. Okie dokie. So today we have a couple of new exercises. We think 2 new exercises and 1 old one. The new ones aren't super complicated. We're going to start off with toe touches. So these are the kind of toe touches where you're going to lie down on your back like this, right? Just like if you were getting ready to do a crunch or something. But instead, you're going to stick your toes up in the air like this, all right? And then you're going to do crunches and try to touch your toes. So you want to reach, you want to use your stomach to lift you up so that you can lift up and reach for your toes. You're probably not going to be able to touch them. That's okay. You're going to reach as far as you can. and get there. Now, if you want to make it extra hard, you can drop your legs in between touches and do a leg lift and then touch your toes. But I would not recommend that the first time around unless you're super like feeling super confident about it, okay? So we're gonna do 20 of these. And so if you're doing the leg lifts, you can do the leg lift, go up and toe touch pretty fast. If you're just doing, well, you don't want to do it super fast. You want to be in control. But if you're just doing toe touches, what I want you to do, so I'm going to go up, hold it for 1 second, and then go back down. And you see how like my legs are a little bent? That is okay, as long as you are still like reaching kind of for the sky, okay? So whenever you're ready, we're going to try to do 20, all right? So do whichever version is good for you. Challenge yourself, but make sure you feel like you can do them all right? And whenever you're ready, we're gonna go, okay? So up, down, up, 2. You should be about halfway done. And if this is feeling really easy, you can incorporate the leg lifts. And if this is feeling too hard, you can make it a little easier. So if you're adjusting the toe touches and it's feeling too easy for you or too hard for you, you can do them a little faster and not hold at the top if you need to. Three more, everybody. Last one. And you're done. You can kind of sit up, take a couple of deep breaths. So with that one, again, like I was saying, doing the leg lifts between toe touches is going to make it a lot harder. So when you're doing this one on your own, if you want to try to like blast your core really fast, that basically means like do less reps and feel it really fast. You can move it to the leg lunges. Just be careful to make sure you're not tiring out your core too much. Because if you try too much with some of those, especially with the leg lifts, and you let your abs get tired, you can end up hurting your back if you keep doing them after you're too tired. So you need to listen to your body. And if your body says your abs are too tired, you need to take a break. All right. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is power squats. So they're very similar to just any other squats. This is the other new one, but it's not super new. What's new about these is you're going to stand up and it's going to start out like a normal squat. You're going to squat down like this. But when you get up, you're going to go really fast. And I want you to get on your tiptoes, right? So you squat and then you're going to push up to your tiptoes and then come back down. All right. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do 20 of those. And I want you to go nice and slow if you can. All right. So I'll keep pace for this one because everyone should be going at about the same pace. All right. And if at any point you're feeling too tired, you can stop with the tiptoes and just do normal squats. Or if your knees or anything are bothering you, you can just do a wall sit instead, because that like will use your knees a little bit less. All right. And of course, take a break if you need it. All right. So whenever you're ready, we're going to go down, push up. 1, down, push up. 2, down, push up. 3, down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And make sure they're going nice and low. 9, and your chest should stay open. So you should be looking forward, not at your feet. And you should try to make your butt go as low as you can. All right, I think we have about 5 more, everybody. All righty. And you're done. Great job. All right, and again, when you're doing these at home, of course, you can do more reps, less reps. These are feeling really easy for you. If you have any weights, that doesn't have to be like a real weight, but you can take like, I don't know, a water bottle or something heavy, not so heavy that you don't feel in control. And you can just hold it while you're doing this. And that will make it trickier. All right, so our last thing for the day is we're gonna do some wall push-ups. So we're gonna go right against the wall. We're gonna go really nice, deep push-up. Try to go as far as you can to almost like touch your face to the wall and then push back out. You're gonna pause while you're at the bottom and then push back out. And this feels way, way too easy. You can do push-ups on the ground, but I'm gonna be doing them on the wall. And we're gonna try to do 20 of them if possible. All righty. So just find a wall. You only really need enough space for 2 hands and maybe your face. All right, and then whenever you're ready, put your hands on the wall. Now, easier is gonna be if you're like really close to the wall already and your feet are close to the wall. And harder is if you start further away from the wall. You have to bend forward to be on the wall, all right? So if this feels really easy, you can also walk your feet backwards and it'll get harder. Okay, put your hands on the wall, about shoulder width apart, and get ready. And we're gonna go down so your forehead touches the wall, hold it for a second, and push back up. Down, hold, push back up. Down and hold, push back up. Down, up, down, up. I think that's 6. Down, up, down, up, down, up. At this point, kind of evaluate yourself. And if this is feeling too easy, you can make it harder. If it's feeling too hard, make it easier. 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 more, everybody. 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, 20, and you can push off and just shake out your arms. All righty, and so that's gonna be it for our strength portion. We're gonna go straight into our stretches. So as you all know, that's our standing up, and then we're just going to do our swinging around, reaching kind of for our toes, the progressive straddle. And for these, your arms should definitely be loose, and you should slowly loosen your back as well. Right, and whenever you're ready, separate your legs a little bit more, and you can go back on down. Great work. And then the last one, spread out your legs as far as you're gonna want them to go. And you can swing a little bit. You can try to touch your toes, try to touch the ground, whatever feels good for you. I always like to try to walk my hands backwards through my legs and see what happens. Just feel around and listen to your body on these ones. All right, and whenever you're ready, we can come down to the ground. All righty, we're gonna do some knee hugs now. These are always a good ones to do after squats. Again, with the squats, if you have weights, that'll make it harder. Another thing is sometimes people say they're doing squats, but they don't feel it as much where like in their glutes, in their butt area, which is like one of the places that squats work out. So if any of you guys have, they're called resistance bands. They're kind of just like stretchy. If you're interested in that, and you have resistance bands, you can wear them around your legs while you're doing squats and it'll help you target. And there's tons of other exercises you can do with them. So let me know if that's something you're interested in for a class, but I'm probably not gonna do it because I don't think everybody has them. But if you wanna see some resistance band modifications at some point, let me know. All right, and whenever you're ready, we can switch the knees. All right. And we can switch to like child's pose and cobra. So just relax your back to begin. Just remember, just try to relax everything. Whenever you're ready, you can sit up and you can go into the cobra position. Actually, best if you go all the way down your stomach and then push up. How's that? And of course, you can do a little side to side motion if that strikes your fancy. All righty. And we're gonna go back into the child's pose situation. One last time. Just let yourself kind of relax into the ground. Alrighty. If you want a little bit of an extra stretch, you can always pull with your hands, but other than that, we're going to go ahead and sit back up. All right. And we're going to get up and, oh, actually, we have baby pose first. Sorry. So remember, this one is just to open up your hips, and you can do it a lot of different ways. My favorite is I just pull my knees kind of to the side of my body, and that'll help open up my hips. But you can also do it by putting your hands on your feet like this and pulling. That's especially if your hips are super flexible, because sometimes if you just go like this, you don't really get them very low. But if you go like this, you add a little bit of extra weight in a way. And that should help kind of stretch out this area right here. All right. Great work. And now we can get up. We're gonna do our calf stretches, which are important today because when you're doing our squats, we're going on our tiptoes, which definitely has to do with our calf muscles. So step 1 foot way back and 1 foot forward a little bit. You can bend the back leg a little, but make sure your heels stay on the ground, and then just push against the wall like you're trying to knock it over. Of course, don't do this on a fragile wall where you might actually knock it over. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and switch feet. Great work. Alrighty. And we can sit back down. We're gonna do a short shoulder stretch. Or we're just gonna hug the arm to the chest again. And remember, you can kind of push this shoulder down for a bit more stretch, right? Kind of see the difference. If you go like this, you might get a little stretch. You push the shoulder down, that'll give you a bit more, but definitely only do that if it's comfortable for your body. Great work. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna switch sides. All righty. And I think that's it for the day. So I'm gonna stop the recording.